year 2025 last year and for this year, because we wanted to give an opportunity for submissions, and we've got so many submissions once we put the call out to all the different provinces and territories. So the first award goes to, actually I won't name the name until I describe them. That'll be more interesting, right? So this person, who many of you know very well, is a registered psychologist with the Newfoundland Labrador Psychology Board. Currently a school psychologist in Newfoundland, all over St. John's. I'll read a few things from her excellent nomination form. She's been focused on school-age children and youth, also assisting teachers and families in providing them with appropriate and necessary supports. She's developed a safe and caring school policy, past member of the district mental wellness committee with Newfoundland Labrador English School District, a grassroots group that created monthly newsletters with focus on wellness practices for students and educators. She's been a sessional instructor with Montreal University since 2011. She's participated in development of SEL intervention programs and curriculum framework for the province. She's been president of the Newfoundland Counselors and Psychologists Association, founding member of the Psychologist in Education, PI, numerous recent resolutions passed with her association, and so many other things. So without further ado, Peggy Hann.
Thank you so much. Are you recording? Come on, just keep it here. Keep it on. I'm allowed to speak a bit. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, on my way. Give me a second. It helps my memory, Todd. It's all part of the ADHD, right? Can I have a bit of oh, your stuff. No, excuse me. It's always. I gotta go back and have a hug. You've been the best. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. Thank you. Woo! Woo! Wow, this is big. I just gotta grab this here. Give me 1 second. I do know what I'm doing, but just give me a second. Wow. This has been quite the journey, and we've been working hard as school psychologists for a long time. And as you know, Maria and Esther said it very well when they presented for us a little while ago in Newfoundland when we had our very first conference 3 years ago. And she said, or they said, most people don't know what a school psychologist is, and when they realize the skills they have and what they can do, then they can't get a hold of us, or there's a wait list, right? So you go promote yourself, and then people get mad because then they gotta wait to get the service properly, right? So, I won't talk too long, but there's a few things I'd like to say, and thank you to Maria, the CPA, school psychology section, and as part of that comes a package. There's been Stephen Shaw, and then there's Todd Cunningham, there's Angel, Simon's been, you're all been so awesome, and I sent some gifts to people, and then I also wanted to give a couple things in person for a couple of reasons, and this one even got a nice little bookmark in it, Simon. So this is from. We talk about pride. We talk about we're human, and it's tough being a human being. This is a psychologist who moved from Iran to Newfoundland over 40 years ago. He worked in health as part of psychology, and then he left and went to private practice. We know we have a problem with that because we want people to work in schools, so I've spent my life's work trying to promote school psychologists, school counselors, give them adequate supports and a better ratio. So this guy will talk about a bunch of little stories, and one of the cool stories he has in there is about a guy who was running a sewing factory, and there was a problem and the machine wasn't working properly, big noise going, and so he had to hire a specialist to come in. Of course, the specialist came in, used a screwdriver, did a couple of tweaks, left, sends a bill for like $1,200 or something. So of course the guy who owned the sewing shop wrote him and said, you know, you were only there for a few minutes, you're charging me $1,200. You just tampered with a few little buttons. And he said, you know, I'm really upset with my bill. And then he said, no problem. He said, I'll rewrite it. And he put on there, sold for $1,200, but for knowing what button to push. So, you know, I think as school psychologists, we spend a lot of time in schools. When we first started out, first I couldn't get a job because I didn't have a teaching certificate. Went back, then I did a couple more biology courses, a couple math, then I became trained as a math and biology teacher. Did it help me? Absolutely. But do I need to do that to be a school psychologist? You know, one of the ladies with the Teachers Association said, okay, school psychologists are leaving for a bunch of reasons, and she said to people in government, so you're okay with a student needing an assessment, parent goes out to private, pay their $3,500 and get it, but guess what? That psychologists don't have a teaching certificate either. Most likely they don't out in private. But you know, in schools, here we are. So now we've got it approved, so we will hire you even if you don't have a teaching certificate. This is really a job recruitment. And you know, there's one thing I didn't bring up, and I really, if I can't find, I won't spend too much time, but I put it. I know I have it in the other bag, and it's just give me one second, just to double check. It's just part of the way it all looks, right? No, I'm gonna have to pass on that. I've got the book there. Is trapped in the bag, and it's from the president of our teachers union. So I'm gonna do a few more thank yous. And our new president is Mr. Dale Lamb, still teacher, human at heart, like still got that youthfulness, and when he found out I won my award, sent me a text and said, do you have a few minutes? And I thought it was about something else. He called me personally, congratulated me, made a big deal. Then he actually wrote me a little note on a card, like I actually printed it all out and said, and knew how much we fought to become not ed psychs or educational psychologists, but the title of school psychologist. And he had that, and so proud of you for being a school psychologist and for the advocacy for the province, blah, blah, and very well written, and just took the time, you know, and handwritten and mailed, old-fashioned way mail. And I think that's what gets missed now with the rating scales that are going left and right. We don't talk to, I still talk to the parents. I spend a lot of time with them. I'm slow, I'll tell the principal sometimes, I'm slow, but I'll get it done, I'll do a good job. But we can't just do some of our work fast. You get a kid with complex needs, people think, oh, let me run 3 or 4 by you. No, don't spew 5 complicated kids at me. I can't help them all. You're gonna feel crappy, I'm gonna feel crappy, and we're not gonna get nothing done. You're just gonna unload on me, right? But a couple more just things I wanna keep in mind. There's some very junior people here. I've been working in schools since 1992, 93. So pride, I'll always start with, I'm a proud psychologist, I'm a proud school psychologist, because that's a specialty area. And not only that, I'm a proud co-president of Psychologists in Education. I'm proud to be from Newfoundland, small community of Burgeo, and that's proud to be from Newfoundland, Labrador. I'm also a proud Canadian. Hey, and Mark Kearney's going to help us. I can tell you right now, psychology, and I don't promote any kind of, you know, liberal PC, whatever. My aunt used to say my mom and dad didn't talk about politics. She said, I think they go and vote and cancel each other out. So, you know, that wasn't part of my family. So I've already thanked Dr. Kokai. I also got a book here for a couple more people. There's Todd, there's Angel, and we got to send one to Janine out in Manitoba. And I mentioned, you know, Janine and Todd and them because they're part of the future programs. Our province don't have a program for school psychology. I don't have a doctorate. I'm a master's level person. I got a lot of experience, have some skills, If I could afford to do my PhD or my PsyD now, I would do it, but it's a challenge, right? We have a group of people in Newfoundland that want to do a doctorate. Met somebody today that wants to do it, and we're connected, right? And whether they do master's or doctorate, we need to talk about that, because now the Newfoundland Labrador Psychology Board really wants to work with us as school psychologists to make sure the standards are there, the public is protected, but let's have the program. So they're asking for us, like years ago, we all had a heart attack when we had a letter from the psychology board. You know, it was the APPP stuff, there was supervision. You know, that's all getting worked through. But, you know, they want to work with us. The university wants to work with us. I think we're going to come up with a model where Simon might be teaching ethics at UBC, Todd is teaching assessment or neurodiversity, whatever the area is. You know, Dr. Kokai got her courses and Dr. Weiner got her courses, and it could be different times. Have a base university. We'll get some people in a Bridge the Gap program, a bridging program, so the people that almost have a master's or they have a master's and they need to be fully registered, let's make it, because sometimes now they have challenges just doing 1 or 2 courses, right? So we've got it approved now so that you don't have to have a teaching certificate, and you can go up level 6, level 7 and get better pay, and we're going to increase the pay. We're going to try to get paid internships, and our last premier that was elected, he talked about that, so it's on the go. So it's great to see the guidelines being rewritten. We've asked in our resolutions that Simon referred to, you know, to open our scope of practice. We are the experts, and say that, you know, when you're working, we're the experts in behavior, diagnosis, SLD, ADHD, IDD, autism. Hey, that's our bread and butter, and say that. We have expertise in that, and we still learn. I learn every day, but put up your flag and own your time. So, you know, when people say, you know, I got 2 or 3 more, say sure, but don't just give me good information, value my time, and don't just say, can I have a phone call, can I have a phone call? I'll call you, does 1:30 at work, you know, so take charge of your schedule, because you get dumped on and overloaded, and I want to hear about that burnout that you talked about, so I went there. So what we've advocated for is timely psychology services for the students, teachers, and teacher is a word, is a language in our collective bargaining, because a teacher is a special person, and so we want them to have the timely support of us, the help of the students, and also the families, because we can do a lot with the families. Judy said it earlier, and we've been talking about it, you know, character skills, so on. Suicide, that's why I brought up some of the props there. You know, years ago we would collect suicide stats, and we did a program called Prevention of Suicide Together. Now we're so busy with intervention, we don't get to do the prevention services. So back to that. Elevator conversations, so always be ready if you meet a politician or decision maker, you got 2 or 3 minutes to talk about what you do and how you can help, and you always got solutions. 1999, we didn't have an allowance. 2008, we finally got one. February 2021, we became psychologists in education. I want to thank, you know, the first executive, the second executive. We're about to elect our 3rd executive, and we really need key people there. Get some merch. I think we should get some CPA merch that we get at conferences. Sell it, make money, but not a lot of money, but less business. But make enough to keep it going. The membership piece, what we did back when I was with NLCPA, it automatically came out of teacher pay. We can't do that because everybody works everywhere. But perhaps we just, when somebody's a member of CPA and if they're a school psych, they take it off and they don't pay, and we get the money from merch and stuff. That's just a thought. Be in charge of your time. I always say to people when they say you got 1 minute, I'll give you 1 minute, but that's it. There's a 1 moment meditation for kids for anxiety, so the moment and the minute is an important piece. The last little piece I want to do that has some impact, and I'm not going to do the swing of her hips. She started. No, I got to get you laughing, Angel. You should sing now. Yeah, I hope you're getting it. Okay. So, hold on.
Woo! Oh, it's a t-shirt!
So, trying to come up with a name. We wanted to have school psychology in it, but we wanted to have psychologists that work as program specialists. We have a couple of school counselors that are school psychologists. And my colleague Darryl, who I call Dr. Silver, he said, well, P-I-S. Peggy, we're not calling ourselves PIS, right? I said, no. So we did a vote and so on, and we became psychologists in education, and now people know us as PI. We go to meetings, and if people don't know what we do, we're like, all right, you take that group, I'll take this one, and but that's what we have to do, and we're getting there. We need that more interagency that our new president was talking about, and as we talk and we show the shirt and we say why, well, we are unique, and that was the words that we've been selling for years. We have a unique skill set. We're the most highly trained mental health professionals in the school system. We want more teams. We want occupational therapists with us, and we want them in schools, hired by districts. We want social workers hired by schools, and are being paid by whatever department and in districts. We do the best assessments out there for children, and I'll put my flag to that. That we get access to the data, the teachers, the student assistants, you name it. We can go into the files and we can observe, and that's the best. We have a knowledge of trauma, that contextualized knowledge you were talking about, passion. If you meet most of us, and unfortunately sometimes I might do a big dump of information on you, but we are passionate. It's a rewarding career. You're part of a regulated group, part of a union. Our teachers union is fabulous. They understand our challenges and they bring them forward. So we brought 7 resolutions one year and 6 another. Like, that's huge, and that will all gradually continue to get improved. You get to do teamwork if you're in schools. You get the most unique diagnosis. You get the kids that don't have opportunities for psychology services. Hopefully, between Carney and our new premier, we can get some more through health, that MCP, like your medical plan, takes care of services, because it's expensive, so the privileged get access. Sometimes the people go in and out of the criminal system get access, but for the most part, we're very socially unjust. So I think we can have it so that everybody, if you go to the doctor, you don't pay. You go to the pediatrician, you don't pay. You go to the psychiatrist, you don't pay. You come to a psychologist, some people got $300 or $500, which gets you 2 sessions, right? So as I wrap up here, we did some 5 for 5s for data. We got a lot of good data showing what psychologists are doing, what they want to do, like in terms of benefits and so on. We've been part of a bunch of think tanks and a bunch of these multi-million-dollar reviews of education, but you guys have the answers. We have the answers are here, so let's continue to bring it to the decision makers. The connection between provinces is lovely. I always say, strike while the iron is cold. So now we got time to think and plan, and let's take a couple provinces at a time. Let's probably do some Atlantic stuff and so on. But the remote areas is what some of us are interested in. So Northern Labrador and the different indigenous situations like this really makes some meaningful work. So I have a vision, you have a vision. Let's keep thinking out of the box. COVID taught us a lot, so let's look at these masters and PsyD, PhD, but also probably specialty areas. Let's do a specialty area in autism, specialty area, and that keeps us connected with the university. Years ago, we gave all the teachers a pen. My very first position out in Bonavista, 92, 93, and it was a PIN, and it said attitude, and we gave it to each teacher and said, back then everybody was wearing blazers and stuff, we got to have the right attitude, and we have the right attitude. When Judy was talking about it, we talk about positive psychology. We talk, like Martin Seligman would talk about flourishing and stuff. How do we help our kids flourish and thrive no matter what the diagnosis is? So we were about to do a conference in May. It's postponed till the fall. So our theme is efficient, effective, and ethical practice. So as I slow down a little bit here now and take that breath and be in the moment and be proud of my group back home, and all of you. I've got a few little handouts here. This is for Maria's husband, Tibor, as he really likes the history of Newfoundland and Labrador, and he can tell a very good reason why we're connected to Jamaica and Newfie Screech and saltfish. These are our language, of course, is very interesting. So here's a magnet for your fridge called Best Kind, and here's Yes Bye, and here's Oh My Nerves, and Todd, God love your cotton socks. And this worked out really good, but you could have got that one too. That's a hard ticket. And for the new president, here's just a Best Kind, and you were in Newfoundland last year? Yeah, and here's a t-shirt from Newfoundland. And we're good, I think. So over the years, some of our conference themes have been taking care of you and me, everybody has a story. That was with my other group, psychologists and counselors. They made me an honorary lifetime member, but then we branched out. We tried to do a working group within. We didn't break up. We're not sisters and brothers now. We're cousins, but they're wonderful people. And I thank them because they're really, really good. And it's all part of who we are and working together in relationships. So the taking care of you and me, I had a little bit of burnout in the last year or so. Got a little bit depressed, a bunch of reasons. As you know, it's complicated. It's that spectrum of stuff that happens in life. And whatever you do, take the time for you, take care of you. Thanks for all that you do every day, because it's complicated work. And one of my colleagues said, don't be lonely. I was like, how can I be lonely? I'm as extroverted as you can get. But you can get lonely when you're trying to make a decision, or when, sometimes we're going uphill on a motorcycle backwards with rocks and water, and it's complicated. So then go lean on your support. Thank you so much.
We appreciate you, Peggy. We appreciate you.